I tried to do break your back and instead break your
Alright, guys, we're gonna go straight into it. Yeah?
Cool.
So this one I'm gonna start with you, Mickey.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah? Because I started doing my
time.
That's right. So, could you, or is there anything wrong with being a housewife?
Oh wow. Can I take a moment to think, please? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a housewife. If that's something you're comfortable doing, that's all good, that's fine.
You could have your own reality TV, because nowadays housewives have.
Oh yeah, real housewives are barking.
Oh yeah, cool, yeah. Really
Housewives
Real
of
housewives are
barking. Housewives of IG11.
I can't say well, you know.
Mickey, get real. Get real.
You never know.
Mickey, I need
Yes,
more from
I'm
you.
here,
What do you
I'm
reckon? You know there's no sitting on the fence in this show.
So,
So
like, obviously,
Go on.
you have kids in it, so you won't be bored.
Why? Why does she have to be a housewife and have kids?
No, I'm just saying, if you have kids. Oh my lord.
oh, go on.
Yeah, I don't know, like,
Speak freely.
I don't know for myself. Because I don't really know for myself at the moment if children are in my future right now, but if I was married now, housewife now,
You made that
Hold on.
noise. Stop it.
Guys,
Let's
out there,
not-
guys,
let's
for the
not-
record, she's very voluptuous, so
behave yourself.
breastfeeding would be so easy. I just have to throw that out there.
Why would you be breastfeeding guys?
The kids too. I'm talking about the kids. I don't care about the guys. Guys are not going to be breastfeeding from her.
Excuse me?
Actually, there are some guys out there that have a fetish.
It's
or
true,
that
it's
have
true,
fetish, like
it's
breast
true.
milk.
That's not fair.
If
That's
you
nasty.
They dress up
type
as
it into
bunnies.
Pornhub,
They dress
it's
up as
there.
bunnies.
Wow, you are like a Pornhub subscriber, isn't it?
Oh, 100%
Advocate.
tell you the categories.
Jesus.
I'm not ashamed to say that
I like it.
Your mum might be listening, please.
Selena's mum, if you are listening, I just want to say I tried to steer her in the right
You're
direction.
so silly.
I tried to steer her in the right direction, but she doesn't want to go.
I actually learned from my mama.
Oh,
Mickey!
Why?
Mickey!
you.
Angel,
Is there?
would you be okay with being a house husband?
I'm a very cultured person. I don't think.
And what does that mean?
So it means men are not made to be in the house doing making a woman like bring in the money. Yeah, I'm all for my woman making more money than me, but I'm not on her actually. You know, me being a husband that's looking after the kids or whatnot. I don't like. I've always said to my girl, yeah, if we're together, I am making the meals. Like I'm doing it. I'm cooking 3 days a week, 3-4 days a week because I like to cook. You know what I mean? So I don't think people should look at it as how you're being a housewife or a house husband. You know, it's just compromising and ensuring that obviously, you know, the house is looked after because that's where you come when you lay your head. You don't want to, you know, have a stable house. You want to be stable and, you know.
Okay, so on the flip side, would you be okay with your wife being the housewife?
To a certain extent, yes.
Okay. Not sitting on the fence. Get off the fence. What do you mean?
If I was earning enough and I could look after the whole, you know, yeah, then definitely why not? Definitely why not?
I need an answer, but would you be okay with
Yes,
your
I would
partner
be
being
okay for my
you'd be
partner
okay?
to be a house.
So you wouldn't encourage her to do or?
You said would I be okay? So I said I'll be
But
okay.
would you, if your wife, let's say your wife came to you and said, I just want to be the housewife,
Okay.
would you be okay with that or would you encourage it?
Yes, because at home you can still start a business or make money.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Oh my gosh.
A housewife looks after the kids,
Okay.
caters to your needs, caters to the children's needs, and caters to the house, or to the needs of the house. Would you be okay with your wife doing it?
When you put it that way, no.
Okay. Selena,
Your turn. Your time.
over to you.
Wife and house husband. I just think a household is just it's supposed to be a unit, and you both, whatever you can bring is whatever you do. Like that is something that would have been set up, I guess, before marriage or a relationship or having kids and things like that. I just don't understand why it needs to be so, like why there needs to be labels involved in terms of what you bring into the house.
You're getting a few questions about Pornhub. I just have to.
Shame.
Is it? Why are people so focused on that thing? Anyone that says they've never watched porn is a liar. Unified. I don't want to call it a job or a role either. Like, this is your family, this is your home.
Yeah.
What? that better not be about.
You're getting it all in.
But yeah, just I think it really just depends on the couple. Like, if you've got kids and one of you needs to stay around to look after the kids a little bit more, that should be something you discuss. It should take into consideration your job, finances, whatever. And yeah, I just think if it's a case of me, do I want to be a housewife? Like, I wouldn't mind, as long as, obviously, Eddie mentioned something about starting businesses or doing something. Like, I personally would probably get bored. Not because I don't want to be at home looking after my kids or, you know, doing the stereotypical thing of cleaning, cooking, all that. Me, myself, as a person, I'm far too work-minded to just be doing just that. So I would have to do a bit of both.
How important do you think a father is in this modern day society?
Father is just as important as a mother. I personally believe they have very different roles, and I think, especially when if you see, I mean, we all probably know someone who's been brought up without a father, and at times you can see, I guess with boys a bit more, but just as much with girls. You know, people joke about or make things like, oh, daddy issues. I think that's a real thing. Like 100%, that is a real thing. Personally, me, you know, my parents divorced when I was very young. Like, I was at 5, 6. I wasn't brought up by my dad. My mum was a single parent. She worked hard for her business in property developing. I had a childminder. I didn't see mum a lot either, but I didn't have a father figure in my life. So really, my mum had most of the influence of how I was brought up. My own personal relationships with men, like you can just see, like just my own. I think it's off-putting, you know. But yeah, I can tell within myself what I think I could have probably been more than I am today if I had a father figure in my life. And I feel like the absence of that has definitely affected me in many ways, emotionally, psychologically, and just even my perception of men. I grew up with not very much respect for men, and I had to learn to build that from scratch from guy friends and other people's fathers. So it wasn't really inbuilt in me. If anything, mistrusting men was built in me as opposed to other ways. So I feel like that's just a very one example of many things that I will come under umbrella term of daddy issues. So I think it is, men are just as important, and that's why I have always said to myself, should I ever have kids, me coming from a broken home, me coming from not having a father, should I ever have a kid, regardless of the situation, my kid will, that guy's got to be in my kid's life.
So hopefully we can find a way to replace that and put the family structure where it needs to be, because otherwise it won't be as much youth crime or youth violence as there is. So I think that's one of the many contributing factors.
I wouldn't be put off, because I feel like if God has put me in that path, yeah, to help the person in terms of make them whole and, help them overcome these things, because there are many girls out there that would get pregnant or would have a man, but they're so independent that they don't want the man to be involved in their life, because they feel like, I'm getting money so I can do this, I can do that. No, you can't. Because there's certain things that fathers can do and certain mothers can do that, you need that in that, you need that balance. Yeah. I kind of had that balance where I went to live with my dad for a while, and I came back to my mum, even though they weren't together, but I needed that, because I don't know what would have turned out. Like, if I never lived with my dad, I would have never known how it turned out. I might be like one of them kids out there right now doing madness. But I had my dad in my life, he disciplined me, he told me what a man should do. If you've got kids, you have to look after your kids. You have to bring them up. So I love that. But if a girl is missing that, I feel like it's a challenge and I'll embrace that challenge. I wouldn't be deterred to, you know, pursue a relationship with them. I would actually want to. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. Hi Chantel from Kent. Why are you calling us today? Yes.
You said something to me that really triggered something to me. You said that at a certain point you want to go live with your father. Can I first ask at what age did you go live with your father?
What age did you go and live with your father?
I was just under 2 years old.
So do you feel like you, like you said that when you lived with your father, it helped you? You think at any point that the fact that you lived with your father is what made you today have your mindset? Like, do you think that if you didn't live with your father, the way you are today?
Yeah, because I've recently so basically I'll give you a breakdown. I went to Ghana when I was about just under 2 years old. I came back when I was 11, 12 years old. So the character that my dad is, he's somebody that is so proud and he's got a lot of kids and that he looks after everyone, literally put everyone through school, university. So that just showed me that it is possible, no matter what, what adversities you might be in front of you, you can overcome them. And then when I came to England, obviously, I had uncles and I had an older brother. So they again molded me to the person that I was. And at the time when I came back, I lived on an estate. All the kids were bad kids, so they just kind of always, advised me, ensured that obviously, I was on the straight and narrow, not, going off and doing what people were doing. So I believe from a young age, when your dad is in your life, is very important. I don't think people understand how important it can be. Like, it's so important. So in terms of love, can you love more than one person? Intimately, me personally, no. Even though, I'm getting to the stage in my life where I can love more than one person. I've lusted over many women in the past, but now I can say yes, I can love that one person and be like amazed by that one person. That's how I feel right now in my life. I can't speak for every man, every woman, but that's me.
Okay. Selena, can you love more than one person at the same time?
Me personally, no, but I think it is possible.
Okay.
I think in the general concept of love is part socially constructed and part instinctual.
Okay.
So that's what I believe why it's such a complicated and complex. I want to say emotion, but it's not even just an emotion. Like it's so multifaceted that it's just a very complex thing. But I think social constructionism and it's such a mixture of things. Me personally, if I'm loving someone or if I'm in love with someone, that person has a purpose in my life and there's an intention for me loving that person.